How's it going, people? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another episode of the Big Six. Oh shit, well, what's going on here?
How's it going, people?
Who's playing it in the background?
Not me.
Who's playing it in the background? What's going on?
If I don't see a clip in 5 seconds, I swear to God.
Not
Listen,
me,
man.
bro.
Forget this, yeah. If you've been paid by Steve, just get on with the skullfuggery, man. What's going on?
If I don't see this clip.
I can't believe this.
Turkish, don't
What?
play with me,
Are you
bro.
being serious?
Yeah.
What?
Roll the clip.
Where's this clip?
Roll the clip, man.
Bro, listen, I don't want to get into things but he's not doing well at the moment, Skullfuggery. So obviously, the last couple shows he hasn't been able to provide us with.
You're lying.
Yeah.
Alright,
Come on,
you're
come
lying.
on, come on.
You're lying. You're lying.
Come on.
Run the clip. Run
Listen,
it.
listen,
Run
listen,
it.
Listen.
Run the clip,
fellas,
man.
Run it.
fellas, listen, come on. Let's talk seriously now.
Nah,
Yeah.
listen,
It's not making sense
fellas,
to your
come
point
on,
right now.
come on,
now.
let's talk serious now. Real Madrid this season ain't the team that people think they are, but they sorted you out. You've got all the big dogs in the house, yeah? But an old Real Madrid team full of old dudes just fucking smoked you. You can't come on here with some sob story.
Call an ambulance! Call an ambulance! But not for me.
We're not going to the Bernabeu like Chelsea did, 3-1 down. We'll go in there with a lead. Hold it, innit? Yes, Uncle. Fuck me, man. Real Madrid this season ain't the team that people think they are, but we sorted you out.
I'm going to Paris.
Hold on a minute, player.
You've lied. You've lied to me. You've lied to everyone.
I'm going to Paris.
Nope.
My brother, Skull.
Listen,
Skull. Yo,
Salute.
fantastic.
Innovation for Skull is needed at the
fantastic.
end
How
of
do you
the
say
season, I
fantastic
think.
in Spanish? How do you say fantastic?
Steve will know. Steve will know.
Fantastic.
Listen, fantastic, man.
No, but I reckon even
What?
Steve laughed at that one. That was quite funny the way he done that. That was quite funny.
Yeah, I could see everyone's faces at the bottom.
Be
So
serious.
he was.
I was crying, man. I was crying with that one.
Oh,
Big up
Hey,
Skullfuggery,
listen.
man. Big up Skullfuggery.
me
Skullfuggery's
just-
blessed, people. He's
Yeah,
blessed.
let me just share that in it. Let me just share that across all platforms because it's a must.
Yeah, man.
Grizz
Let's
is
do that,
loving
man.
it. Grizz is
Yeah,
loving
let's
it.
just
Listen,
share
you man are still in the title race together, but we're going to get into it. Obviously, Champions League being the main topic. Before we start, show some love, people. Hit the like button. There's 3.5k here already. It's due to be a mad one. Let's get the likes up to 2,000 from early. Usually it's 1,000, but surely we can get it to 2,000 from early. Support the man, them. Steve, Saeed's back. What are you saying, Saeed, man?
Listen, big up to everybody, man. Big up, man. You get me? We're back.
Yeah,
Big
man.
Six is back.
Saeed in the
Big up
building.
to Culture Camps. You get me? He stepped up nicely. My brother right there. But yeah, man, big up to everybody messaging me and whatnot. And yeah, man, it's good to be back, man. I feel like I've come back at the right time. So it's only right, man. It's only right I start, man. It's only right I start today.
You want to
You know
start?
what I mean?
Before
It's
you
only
start,
right.
Before
Yeah,
you
yeah.
start, let me just round up the intro. Make sure you guys subscribe to every single one of us here. All links in the description below, including Skullfuggeries. Make sure you go support every single one of us. And as you can see in the bottom right corner of your screen, FM London, they sponsor the show. They make it happen on the official channel as well. So show some love. There's 10% off using the link below. All men's items. Use that link. Go through, buy yourself some basic boxers, vests, socks, tracksuits, hoodies, all of that. And yeah, keep it moving, people. Show some love. Saeed, you say you want to start. I have missed you on the show. I can't lie to you, but big up Cams because he was a very, very adequate replacement for the
Absolutely.
month. And a lot of people wanted him back. I did message Cams earlier. He hasn't got back to me. If he does get back to me during the show, I know Steve called him out earlier on Instagram as well. So we'll get him on for a couple minutes or so. Go on, Saeed. You start.
Listen, it's good to be back, man. But man, like Big Steve, we're going to Paris, yeah? We're going to Paris. Where are you going, Steve? Is your ticket still available? Are you going to Disneyland Paris? Are you going? You know what the old saying is, yeah? The old song that we sing. This how it feels to be City. This how it feels to be small. This how it feels when your passport's back in your drawer. Back in your drawer. Steve, man, all that oil money, and you still can't win it. You're spending after spend. Investigation after investigation. You think you've got a damn right to be in this Champions League getting 20 lawyers. And today, before the show, this Don here is talking about no comment, mate. There isn't no comment because you're out of the Champions League. People call it football heritage. That's what people call it. You know what I say? You know what I say, Steve? I just say, why didn't you give the damn cake to Yaya Toure? Yeah?
Yeah.
Listen. The African shamans, yeah, they cursed you lot, man. You didn't appreciate them. The African shaman said, listen, we will not give you a Champions League.
You are finished.
We will not. You are finished.
You are finished.
Brother, Man City finished. Listen, Steve, you could do whatever you want. You could do it anytime. 6 times you failed. Guardiola in the same breath of Fergie. Spending all this money. Up and down. What have you got to say, Steve? You're always moaning at everyone saying, champions of Europe, this and that. It's little old City like it's always been, mate. Because you'll never sing that. Champions of Europe, you'll never sing that. You'll never sing that. You'll never sing that. Champions of Europe, you'll never sing that. You can throw all the money you want. Throw 100 million on Grealish. You know what? Go and get that guy from Norway, Haaland. Go throw him at it. Listen, it's all about class, mate. European heritage, and you haven't got it. You can't buy it, Steve. I know you want it, but you can't buy it, bro. Little old City is what you'll always be. That's what you're going to be today. And you can stay silent all you want. Deep down, you're hurting. I can see you going red already, Steve.
I'm letting you speak.
Open the windows. Open the windows, brother.
I'm letting you speak.
It's getting hot in there, bro. Listen, don't ever come to anyone. Let me just finish this one. Don't ever come to anyone and try to be salty about Champions League. Don't parade on Matisse's happiness again, mate. Let him enjoy that. They beat you fair and square in that Champions League final. And now you've been outclassed by Real Madrid in that last few moments because it's called football heritage. Football heritage. That's what it's called, Steve. And you don't have that. It's as simple as that. Guardiola, who? What Guardiola, who?
Turkish, do you reckon Skullduggery's got enough there?
yeah, I think he might do still.
I'm gonna hand it over to Matisse because he's got the notes. He's got the notes ready.
Yeah, listen, I'm not gonna shout today. You know, I've come very respectful. I'm dressed in black. Many others have come to mourn you on your loss as well. You've dressed in black, which I think is fantastic as well. I just wanted to go through the notes because they called me the nerd for a reason, and I'd like to use your own words against you here in court with the rest of us here. You know, the judges, the court. You know, the people in the chat. Listen, it's very interesting. Obviously, you said, you know, Tommy tapping Tuchel, you know, anyone can win the Champions League. Di Matteo, even Pochettino. He reached one final. How many finals has Pep reached at Manchester City, Steve? After spending £1 billion, how much?
Why did you add at Manchester City? Why don't we go how many finals?
No, because it's your football club that we're discussing today in the court. So how many finals has Pep Guardiola reached at Manchester City after spending £1 billion in comparison to Tommy tapping the fraud Tuchel and Pochettino on shoestring budget when they got to finals? How many finals have you reached, Steve?
You tell me. You've got the notes.
What one? Okay, one final. one final in 6 years after spending £1 billion. But then I see Man City fans talking to me, telling me we don't have the depth. We don't have the DM.
Your Honor,
under
Your
the
Honor,
age of 35.
can I just speak, Your Honor? How many trophies
have an objection?
How many trophies has he won in that time?
Yeah, not the Champions League. The same
No,
Champions League that you told me.
no. Just I answered your question. You answer mine. How many trophies has he won in that?
I don't know. I didn't add that up. This is the Champions League.
10.
This is the Champions League we're talking
10.
about today. I'm just asking because you said that this season he has to win the Champions League. You remember when you told me this season he has to win the Champions League? If he doesn't win the Champions League, I will be massively disappointed. Do you remember that? Do you remember? I thought you wasn't speaking. I thought you wasn't speaking today.
I'm just observing. Is it a turtleneck that one?
I'm just dressing for the occasion. I thought you wasn't speaking. I see, Steve. I knew you wasn't going to remain mute when I talk. I knew you weren't going to be able to do it because I ain't even finished yet. I didn't even go into it. Listen, you told me that you were favourites for the Champions League, and if you didn't win it, you'd be massively disappointed. You told me that 40-year-old Modric, Chelsea, how could they get played off the park? 46 years old. How could they dare bottle it? Well, listen, we'll get into all that because I'm just going through Guardiola's record. You lost to Monaco. Okay. Lyon, you bottled it against Lyon. Tottenham, bottled against Tottenham. Liverpool, Chelsea, little lucky Chelsea who got to the final. Crazy. And now Real Madrid, with 2 minutes to go, you're leading, dancing. Do you know what I'm saying? Dancing in the corner, doing the panda. Is it the panda? Is it the panda? Hey, Ponza! Hey, Ponza! Is that what you do? Hey, Ponza! Let's all do the 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 Ponza!
Kids watching, man. You can see someone's underpants, man. You can see someone's underpants.
Yeah, listen, you watch them underpants, yeah? They're sponsored. FM London in the description. All right, so hold on. So all that happens. Then you're singing top of the league. We're going to the final. Can't wait. Okay, 2 minutes left, and you can see 2 goals. You bottle it worse than Chelsea. Real Madrid had no shots on target. Yeah, this is the worst Real Madrid I've seen in the knockout stages so far. Vinicius is slamming shots wide. Benzema's missing 3 headers. But Manchester City, the greatest team in the world, the greatest manager to ever live, you take off Kevin De Bruyne and you leave on flimsy Foden. What nothing to say about the tactics.
Tactical genius.
You bottle it, Steve. You bottled it. You absolutely bottled it. And then you get to extra time. And, you're nowhere to be found at the Santiago. The away game is so easy to go to Real Madrid and win. Chelsea, what are you guys doing? This is a declining Real Madrid. But Manchester City fall at their sword. I would like to announce you as the English PSG. That's what I'm going to start calling you now. You are the English PSG. Listen. This is not for you. You can buy whoever you want, spend as much as you want, cuss out as many managers as you want. This is not for you. It's not for you. Do you know what I'm saying? Focus on the domestics, but this is not for you, okay? And like I said, it's a shame because, the money came in 2008. It's now 2022, I believe, and we're still waiting on the Champions League since you got the money in. It's a long time, Steve. It's a long time. Anyway, I'll be back.
I want to give. Does Steve want to talk, or can I go next? Or Grizz, do you want to go next? Turkish.
Next.
Oh, next. Okay, cool. I'm gonna keep it short and sweet, Steve. I think you know what angle I'm coming from here. I recall a couple of weeks ago when a certain Maurizio Pochettino got dumped out by this very same Real Madrid team. I recall statements, put it all on Pochettino, said he was a fraud, X, Y, Z. What was my response to you, Steve? I said, how can you put this on Pochettino, Steve? You've literally seen PSG dominate most of this game, and 30 minutes of madness from experienced heads have cost them the game. You didn't want to hear it. You said fraud. Pep Guardiola. Listen, I don't even like getting on Pep. Yeah, but we have to call a spade a spade. Man City's fuck ups in the Champions League, Pep has played a big part in them. But this season is probably the first time where I've said he's coached a really, really perfect game across 2 legs. And guess what's happened? You've been dumped out. You lost 3-1 in the night, 6-5 on aggregate. Now, according to your logic, by your definition, Pep Guardiola, he might be fraudulent in the Champions League then. Because surely players can't be held accountable. Because when it was Pochettino, it was all down to Poch. Even though Donnarumma lost his head, it was all down to Poch. But yet you see Man City the other night, Edison, Lord knows how many mistakes that guy's going to make now in a Man City shirt. Doesn't come out to claim the ball. You can see the first goal. Then you get beat in the air for a second goal. Ruben Diaz had a really good game. Up until that point against Benzema. Experienced captain fouls Benzema like that in the box. So it's weird. I'm like, where have I seen this story before? Experienced heads letting down a manager who's actually coached a really good game here. I just wanted to ask, do you believe that Pep is to blame the same way you felt Pochettino was to blame?
No.
Okay, why is that?
I'll let Grizz go and then I'll speak.
I'm all right, man.
For the record, I do not blame Pep. I do not blame Pep for yesterday. I'm just using your logic. That's all.
Now you can go if you want. You can answer that because it may be a relevant question. I don't know. Like, you know, it may be a relevant question. Why not? Why don't you think Pep's to blame?
Who, me?
No.
You asked the question. I'm asking Steve. Like, don't mind me.
First of all, yeah, Man United fan. Just come out with that, yeah. Thanks for that. That is just prime, that. And then a Chelsea fan, yeah, has come out with that. Tobi, I'm going to allow. Don't really get much to get excited for. So, but a Chelsea fan talking about spending and Champions Leagues and stuff is a bit, you know.
Well, if you're going to spend, you have to spend right, isn't it?
Come on,
exactly.
Come on. You can't even buy tickets or fucking souvenirs at your place anymore. So the way your club is at the minute,
you can see a Champions League in the museum, though.
Listen, yeah, but you won't next season.
I got 2 of them, mate. That's all I need. Got 2 of them.
And then that man up there.
We got 3. We got 3.
Saeed.
We got 3. What have you got?
You turned Champions League Varane and Champions League Ronaldo to Conference League Ronaldo.
That's not the question, though, is it?
No, I'm just telling you.
Stick to the context.
The monologue
diverting like you always do. Like you always do.
I'm just answering the question. The monologue you came out with, where you just said about 20 or 30 ridiculous statements in 4 weeks' time. 4 weeks' time.
What did I say was wrong?
Listen, if we lift the Premier League title,
we're not talking about Premier League, man. Talk about the Champions League, man. I don't care about this Premier League, bro. Talk about the Champions League.
Listen. Calm down. Down.
What do you mean, calm down? You're talking about things that are not concentrating on what we're doing now. Talk about the damn Champions League, man. You booked the tickets to Paris. Where are you going?
Listen.
Where are you going?
United, well, if you let me speak, because I just let you speak for 10 minutes. So if you let me speak, I'll tell you where I'm going, or do you want to just keep interrupting me? Yeah. For a Manchester United fan, after the season you have had, yeah, to even come on here and even speak like that is utter shameless, yeah. But I'll let you have your 5 minutes of fame in it because I know that's what you like, and I know you like that. And it's all about the likes. It's all about the click.
What do you mean about the clicks? What do you mean? Why can't you take it? Why can't you take it, man? You look salty, man. You look rattled. You look rattled, man. You look rattled, mate. What do you mean about lights, mate? This is factual.
Rattled all you want. I'm just telling you about what you just come out with there.
Don't get your feelings, man. Facts over feelings, man. Don't get hurt, man. Steve, it's banter.
What did you say before the show? What do you say before the show?
Why are you diverting it? Why are you diverting it?
Let each other speak.
Stick to the context then, yeah? Stick to the context.
Who's rattled now? Look at you, been rattled. You're going like non-speak.
I'm not rattled, but stick to the context, innit? Stick to the context, brother. Stick to the context.
Stick to the context of what? I just answered your question. I just said it's utterly shameless what you've just come out with the season you've had. Am I correct?
No, it's not. Because you haven't won the Champions League, and I'm here to talk about football heritage.
So
and you still can't do it with all that money that you've had.
Every season, right? You can have a season like you've had now, and at the end of it, you can turn around and say to whoever you want, yeah, but you've not won the Champions League because you won the Champions League years ago. Is that what you're saying?
No, what I'm trying to say is, with all the money that you spend, you still haven't got a Champions League to show for it.
You spent more money than
us. Shambles. No, can I interject? Context, because we've got the Champions League. What have you got, mate?
Do you mind?
You haven't got the Champions League.
Matisse, let him answer the question. No, Matisse, hold on, man. This guy is just dodging every question. You're going like Khaldoon Mubarak here. Answer the question, man. Answer the question. You're going to answer or not?
You're going on like the Glazers, innit? Spouting a whole lot of shit.
Answer the question.
What question?
After all this long, and after all this money you spent, why haven't you won the Champions League?
Let me answer your question. Let me answer your question, yeah? Let me answer your question. When Pep Guardiola came in this club, yeah? All you guys on here, you keep spouting this nonsense about Pep Guardiola was brought in the club to win the Champions League. Today in his press conference, he just answered your question. He said, no, listen to me. He said that. Pep said that. He came in this club and he's never once been told he has to win the Champions League. He was told that he's got to get this football club, yeah? Bear in mind, before this, you said it, we have no history, we got no heritage. So before Pep Guardiola came in, we was fuck all, right? You've got to get this club up to competing in every single competition that you get in. Whether you win, lose, semi-final, final, draw, that is your job, yeah? Right? Listen.
Oh, listen to me. You know how pathetic you sound, mate.
Listen to me.
You sound pathetic right now.
If Pep Guardiola's job was to win the Champions League, why has Sheikh Mansour not sacked him now? Because he's not won it. So why has he not sacked him now? And the thing is, what a lot of you men can't take, probably Grizz excluded, is that you want us to turn on our manager. You want us to hate it. And the fact that we're not doing that, and the fact that we're never going to do that, right, is burning you a lot. It's burning you a lot. And let me tell you this, yeah? In the Bernabeu the other night, for 89 minutes, yeah, we played okay, right? For 2 minutes, we absolutely fucking bottled it. There was nobody more distraught in that stadium than me. Let me tell you, it's inexcusable behaviour. From a Manchester City team like that, to lose that game in the 89th minute is beyond belief, right? But Pep Guardiola, in Monaco, he was to blame. In Lyon, he was to blame, yeah? Against Chelsea, he was to blame. Wednesday night, he wasn't to blame. Let me tell you why, yeah? First half, we did okay. We were a little bit sloppy, but we did okay. Kevin De Bruyne, yeah, was not at the races. No matter what you say, he wasn't at the races. His first touch was off. He was poor. Second half, they were coming at us a little bit, yeah? We need to make a decision. Kyle Walker just gone off the pitch injured. He was keeping Vinicius quiet. We switched it up. Cancelo at right back, Zinchenko at left back. He brought Gundogan in the midfield because we're losing the ball too much. Kevin De Bruyne's touch, losing the ball. He brings Gundogan on. The goal comes from Zinchenko and Gundogan. Without them subs, that goal didn't happen, yeah? We get 1-0 in front. So we're 2-0 up on the night, yeah? The crowd's up, they're going for us, rightly so. Pep's got to make a decision, yeah? Do we carry on going gung-ho? But we were tired. It wasn't going to happen. So he brought on Fernandinho and he brought on players like that to show the game up, yeah? Right? 89 minutes, they've not had a shot, like Matisse said. So that is good management. See the game out, you go into the final. The players on that pitch bottled it. They let the fucking manager down, right? And then once Real Madrid get in the game at 2-2, you look around that pitch, you've got Fernandinho, Gundogan, Zinchenko. All your attacking options are gone. You're never winning that game. Not winning that. We fucked it. So you're not going to get me coming here and try and defend him. We're not. If you want me to blame Pep Guardiola, I'm not. I'm not blaming him one bit. I've blamed him before. I'm not blaming again. But all I'm saying is the players let us down. The players let us down, and we absolutely fucking bottled it. But do you know what? It is what it is. And we'll go again, and we'll dust ourselves down, and we'll go next year. And at the end of the day, the difference between me as a Manchester City supporter, if I wanted all that shit and all that jazz and all them fucking nights in Europe when I was a kid, I'd have supported the odd mob over the road that dickhead supports there. But at the end of the day,
you know what, man? This is disappointing for me, man.
I didn't go down that path. And at the end of the day, you're disappointing, mate, because you are a shameless.
Nah, you're disappointed, man. You know what?
Sorry, I had my hand up. Let's
At the end of the day, listen. In 4 weeks' time, we could win the Premier League title, yeah. And a lot of you guys on this panel, maybe even Grizz, right, would swap your position and the way your club is now for mine. And if you say you don't, you're a liar. Grizz maybe not. He might want the Premier League more than the Champions League. I don't know. But the other lot...
You sound hurt, man. You sound hurt, bro.
Listen, the other lot would swap it. So if you're going to ask me, am I upset about the Champions League? Damn right. If you lose a game in the 89th minute to go to the final, of course you're going to be upset. You're not a normal football fan if you're not. Will we get over it? Of course we will. Do we move on? Yeah. Can we win the Premier League? Yeah. And Saeed, one thing you've got to worry about is this, right? Liverpool, if they win that quadruple, yeah? If they win that quadruple, yeah? They're equal with you on the same amount of titles. And you know your treble.
With Liverpool? Are you friends with Liverpool?
You know your treble.
Friends.
Friends. You know your treble that you hold in
rival friends.
Regard, it will never be spoken about. It will never be spoken about again. So it's all right you throwing stones at Manchester City.
Rival
but beware what you wish for.
Sorry, listen. Sorry.
Rival
am I right? Saeed, sorry.
Am I right?
Saeed, let me turn the page, okay, for the court, for the jury. What we have just witnessed is what we need to do is turn to the page of deflection. From deflection. That's what we need to do. This is deflection. Too much deflections. It's too much deflections. When I said that they didn't have a shot on target, that was their fault. They missed clear.
No, that was good defending, mate.
Clear cut opportunities. Vinicius in his own, in your own box, putting it wide. Benzema, 3 headers, not putting it in the back of the net as he did against Chelsea. If you see the expected XG, because I remember, like I said, when you're talking about this is a poor Real Madrid team. The team that we went out to. And I tried to warn you, Steve. I tried to let you know in advance because I was one of the only people, actually the only person on this panel to predict Real Madrid going through. You all laughed at me. You're not laughing now, are you? I spoke to you about this Real Madrid team and I said, remain humble. This is the heritage. This is the football club. And at the end of the day, you guys went in there cocky, expecting, you said that you're already going to the final and you told me that if Pep does not win this Champions League, that is a massive, massive, massive disappointment, and you expect to win it. So there's no sob story. There's no, Pep, if he wins the Premier League, we're top of the league. No. You guys have underperformed by not winning the Premier League. And this charade that he's putting out in his press conference of, I don't need to win it. I wasn't here to win it. And you said it yourself, your own words, everybody will judge us off whether we win the Champions League. We know as a club to take us to the next level, we have to win the Champions League. And you failed to do it again 6 years. And you've criticized managers who have had way less time, who have eclipsed Pep in this competition and spent way less money. And yet we go again after signing Erling Haaland for 75 million, after signing apparently 2 more players because your DM's 37. I didn't see these excuses for Chelsea. So no excuses. I don't want to hear no Premier League, top of the league. At the end of the day, when you start off your season, your main objective is to win the Champions League. It's something that you haven't done. And until you do it, you are not going to be on that next level of prestige as a club. End of story. You should be winning the Champions League by now. It's been 6 years. It's been since 2008 since you got the money. And yet you're still struggling to win the competition. That's it. That's all it is. Nothing else to it.
Matisse, I think you meant not end the story. You meant end the story. End the story.
I just want to bring a bit of calmness to the chat, to the show. I just want to bring a bit of analysis and reflection, like what Steve said. And I'm listening to everyone's accusations, shouts, banter, gas, and everything. Steve, I pretty much agree with quite a lot what you said in response, but I want to pick up on a couple of things. So last week, do you remember at the end of the game, and I put it in your head that I didn't like Pep's body language at the end. Do you remember? And I said, even though you had smoked them in terms of performance, I thought Pep's body language wasn't one of heritage almost, or aura, that you've just beaten Real Madrid 3-2 at home, was it? Or whatever it was, 4-3 or 3-2, wasn't it? 3-2. And he should have been less animated and more calmer, because I thought it may have an adverse effect on your players. Now, if we fast forward it to the 90th minute, I noticed this, and he said it again. I watched his press conference, eagle-eyed press conference. I watched it all today. And even at that end of that game, Steve, I thought the players personified Pep's lack of composure in that last few minutes. He was talking about today in the press conference, which is inexcusable. He actually talked about, listen, we're rivaling the likes of Real Madrid here. I'm so happy the way we performed against Real Madrid, a big European club. I don't understand why he said that, Steve. I really don't. If I was a City fan, I would be bemused at my coach who has won so much, such a great manager, has all this money to spend, and now you're talking, you want to be sitting at the big table with these big clubs, but he's still got this small mentality. Now, I don't know if he's not brought that to Man City. I think your fans and your attitude to European football, big boy football, I think that's rubbed off on him. Because I didn't expect Pep Guardiola to be saying, oh, listen, we're joining with the big boys, we're playing, we're competing in it. That's what we're here for. Come on, that is not the way to talk. When big dogs talk, you talk with your chest. And that's why I thought his You know, his body language when he's frustrated or disappointed, it caused panic amongst your players at the end. Another thing, you're absolutely spot on. Drama happens, shit happens, crowds get involved, passion, everything. When that full-time whistle blowed, Steve, don't you think your coach, Pep Guardiola, the greatest coach of all time, should have had more of an impact in that team talk for that extra 30 minutes? I'm asking you a serious question here, because for me, once they took you into extra time, there was absolute no sign of Man City turning that game around. And that's the point where you need mentality. That is where the point you need heritage. That's where
we didn't have the players on. Some of them played. As soon as that second goal went in, players dropped on the knees.
Steve, I hear you.
You've literally got 2 minutes.
Let me just quickly finish
to bring them up.
Let me just quickly finish. I hear that, but that is all part of management and coaching. To take off De Bruyne and Jesus was causing them so much problem. Your paciest player running in behind. What's his name? The guy that looks like Cecil from my brother from Cecil.
Militao
was dead. He had no meat left on his hamstring. He was dead. He had Nacho on the other side of him, dead. To take off Jesus was criminal to take off. And your version of Steven Gerrard, your version of the modern day Yaya Toure, your Vieira, your Keane. There is no elite manager, in my humble opinion, that takes off their leader with half an hour to go, regardless of how he's playing in the game, Steve, because he is your talisman that's going to turn this game around in a Champions League semi-final. You do not take Kevin De Bruyne off if he's that man. However his squad is at full time, extra time, you need to calm your team down. You need to be composed. You tell your team, we are Man City. We are much better than these. What happens? The opposite. Ruben Diaz, who's been often compared to Virgil van Dijk. I hope that conversation is put to bed once and for all. Ruben Diaz loses his composure and lunges in. And who? The coolest man on the pitch who had a shit game, yet was so calm, was so composed. He got an assist and a penalty, and he made the penalty out of nothing. I just thought Pep Guardiola really did lose it in extra time. What he done, he managed the game perfectly. He couldn't have controlled those last minute or two, but he could definitely have controlled extra time, in my opinion.
Can I add a small little thing as well? How he didn't take Foden off that pitch, I will never know. The amount of gas that Foden gets religiously, listen, he's a top player. I'm not here to put down Foden. But everybody speaks about other youngsters, especially at my club, with a lot of responsibility, play a lot more minutes like Mason Mount. Foden gets rotated, looked after, nurtured, cared for, rotated to the high heavens, and he puts in a poor performance out there at the Bernabeu. Fine, that can happen. How he doesn't get substituted is crazy. He takes off De Bruyne before Foden. I couldn't understand that. And then, like I said, you have Gabriel Jesus who's pressing from the front, winning balls. You're potentially going up against Real Madrid team that are going to come onto you. You need to counter, you need to press, you need to be able to transition quickly. And you take off, you have no Jesus, you don't bring on Sterling, and you go for Jack Grealish. For Jack Grealish, are we going to speak about this Jack Grealish cameo? Because I'm surprised for 100 million. Everybody speaks about, come on.
I'm not going to lie to you. He did have a good game. He did have a good game.
According to Matisse, you have to score and assist every time, or you don't have a good game. You're attacking.
No. He came on and looked good in normal time. In normal time, he came on and he was rinsing him. In normal time, he was rinsing him, and he looked good. He definitely did, and he was unlucky not to score. Yeah.
Listen, we can't. I don't know what Pep Guardiola said to them players on the pitch. None of us do. Yeah, I was in the stadium. But all I'm saying is that second goal went in, the whole team went flat. And looking at the players, you're looking at your Kevin De Bruyne, Jesus, Mahrez, they're not on the field. We put a defensive side on for the last 5 minutes to shore it up. It backfired. Once that second goal went in, I knew in my head that we were done. We were done out there. The best we were going to get was to drag them to penalties, and it's a 50-50. At the end of the day, Kevin De Bruyne, right, he's played a lot of football in the last few weeks, but he's still getting them injections in his ankles. He's fucked, mate. He was fucked. He was right down in front of us. He was spending down, holding his legs, moaning, whinging. That's why he took him off. He didn't take him off because he had to drag him off. He took him off because he was fucked. Basically, he's fucked. And I'm not being funny. At that point of the game, with a 2-0 lead, I'd have done the same. because I think he just thought we're going to shore it up. You can blame Pep if you want. You can blame Foden. You can blame whoever you want. At the end of the day, it don't change the fact. Bayern Munich years ago against Man United did exactly the same thing. They bottled it and they conceded 2 goals and lost the final. We did exactly the same. Exactly the same. It's the word. I've had it done to me in football, and we've done it to people in football. That last minute thing. It's a sickener. But at the end of the day, you're not going to get.
I don't like that comparison, but yeah,
you're not going to get any Manchester City fan.
That was a bit of a mad one.
Any Manchester City fan that's going to go against Pep Guardiola. At the end of the day, he's been brought in to do a job that we as a club and we as supporters love him and we're proud of him. He's won 10 trophies in 6 years for us, right? And all these people that go on about this European heritage and European history, if we haven't got that, if we haven't got European heritage and European history, then we shouldn't be winning the Champions League, should we? Or does that suit? Because I'll tell you one thing, when we win the Champions League, yeah, you'll all come back on here and go, yeah, but you only won it because of money. So we can't win, and we know that, but we don't want that. All you guys out there can throw stones at me all you want. All I know is that the way we're going as a club at the minute is 100% on track. And at the end of the day, there's teams out there like Arsenal, yeah, like Spurs, that have never won the Champions League, like us. They've had some fantastic teams. Alex Ferguson won 2 Champions League in 26 years, and you're rattling on about Pep not doing it here. Okay, maybe not. But at the end of the day, who employs Pep Guardiola? Sheikh Mansour. What club does he represent? Manchester City Football Club, right? Are we happy with him? 100% yes. Do we give a fuck what you lot say about him? No. And at the end of the day, we move. We're disappointed. We're gutted. But you know what? We dust ourselves off. And the big difference is now, Manchester City are arriving in semi-finals and finals consistently over the last 3 or 4 years. So do you think that's not going to happen again? You'll be a fool not to. But at the end of the day,
the aim of elite sport is to win.
Looking at Manchester United, you think they're coming in?
What are you drinking over there?
I know. I was thinking, what's this guy doing, man?
I know what he's doing.
You all right?
correct me in my wrong, because I'll take it back.
If you're going to come out with some fucking long ball stats or something like that,
I'm not.
Can I go for 1 second? Because we're talking about Pep. Yeah, we're talking about.
No,
what are you doing? What's going on? This brother is taking the piss.
We're talking about Pep a lot.
Adultbabies.com. Adultbabies.com. That's pussy tight. He wears nappies and shit.
The piss, man.
Me personally, I agree with Steve in a sense that I can't really put this loss on Pep. I just can't.
Come on, there is the element though. There's an element.
Yeah, maybe there's an element, but like I can't put the collapse on Pep, sorry. But I'm sorry, I mentioned it briefly, and I'm gonna mention it again because when the shoe's on my foot, when it's my goalkeeper that does these things, he gets called out. I'm sorry. I'm calling out Edison. I'm sorry, and I'm not saying I'm not
calling Edison out for which one.
I'm calling him out because he makes a lot of mistakes, Stephen.
When? Which one?
You know, I have to say Stephen there. He makes a lot of he makes a lot of and the reason, Steve, the reason I'm not calling him out to say that he's a bad keeper. I'm not calling him out to say that he's a fraud. I'm calling him out to say that maybe he might not be an elite goalkeeper because Steve,
okay.
Be honest. How many mistakes does Edison make?
No. If you watch everything about Edison that he does for Manchester City, he's a really important player, the way we play and everything. And at the end of the day, so what? I've already openly admitted on here that Edison, as a goalkeeper, goalkeeping-wise, he's not the best. But he's not. We all know why Pep Guardiola has got him in that team. Not for goalkeeping ability, for the passing and for the press and things like that. So at the end of the day, Edison, no. Ruben Diaz at fault for letting him jump in front of him? Yes. Second goal, the header took it over Laporte's head, goal. Listen, there's no excuses from me. We absolutely bottled it in the 89th minute. There's no excuses. I can't defend anyone, but I can't have a go at the manager. I had a go at him in Porto. I had a go at him in Monaco. I had a go at him in Lyon. I can't have a go at him for trying to shore up the game. Because if he didn't, and he kept them players on, and we went on a mad attack, and they caught us on the counter-attack, and they did the same, everyone would be saying, why didn't he get Fernandinho on and shore it up? Because he fucking was too open. So, listen, hindsight's a great thing, but at the end of the day, it doesn't change the result. We got beat. It was a cruel way of getting beat, but we dust ourselves off, and we have to move, man. That's all we can do.
Can I just say one point? I think, for me, it just showed how much City So, Stones, I mean, I think for me is more kind of important than Diaz, or at least they need to play together. I think Stones has been one of your best central defenders. But for me, I still can't get the point where you said, Steve, about Pep Guardiola wasn't brought in to win the Champions League. I don't know if I've misquoted you there or, but did you say that?
Yeah, well, Pep said that today in himself in the press conference. He said they've never ever mentioned the Champions League. What they told him to do is make sure that this football club is competing in every single competition, the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup, the League, and the Champions League at the top level. And so instead of going out first rounds, instead of finishing 5th, 6th, instead of not doing it, he's doing that. And that's what
I get that. No, I get that.
If you spend $1 billion and you have the depth that you guys have,
Matisse,
it's not about the money. You're a Chelsea fan talking about money.
Hey,
have a bit of
listen. That's why I'm qualified to talk about it. That's why I'm qualified to talk about it.
Just 1 second.
Because we spent the money and we have 2 Champions Leagues. So I'm qualified to talk about the money.
Well done.
I think where it goes back to, like the point that I made earlier was, what do you as a fan base want, Steve? Because you're giving me confused vibes, mixed vibes.
No, I told you what. Listen, I told you what we want as a fan base.
Let me ask you. I haven't asked you what you want. I don't mean what you want for Christmas. I'm going to ask you a football-related question. What do you want? What do you want? You do, I reckon. What do you want as a club? What levels do you still want to be talking about? We only 15 years ago we were beating Grimsby in the 2nd division. Do you still want to be talked about the little club that went and bought a lottery ticket, and now we're happy to be here? Do you just want to be happy to be here, or do you actually want to be talking to the likes of Real Madrid, the AC Milans, the Barcelonas, the Liverpools? Or are you just happy to be there? You've seen all the goods and the highs and the lows, and you're just enjoying yourself. Now I'm asking you, what do you want?
Grizz, we can never get there because the opinion from all you lot. No, listen to me. No, listen. No, you can't, Grizz.
I'll tell you why. Let me finish.
Let me tell you why. If we win the Champions League, what will you say?
No, I said the same to Chelsea. 10 years ago, when I was a strapping young teenager, 10 years ago, or roundabouts teenager, I used to say the same shit to Chelsea. You ain't got no history. You ain't got no heritage. By hook or by crook. Stevie, by hook or by crook. We don't know. They went and done it. Yeah, they went and done it. They went and done it twice. So now I have to come with a different angle with them. Yeah, now I've got to come with a different angle to banter Chelsea. With you guys, you got to do it by hook or by crook. Otherwise, you're gonna get that banter side of it where people are gonna say, "Oh man, you domestic champions are fair enough. You beat Burnley and Watford 7-0 every year. All right, big boys." But then when it comes to Real Madrid or Liverpool or Monaco or Lyon, not even the big boys, you bottle it every single time. And I think it's not a mentality thing through your players per se. I think it's a mentality thing through your club. And until your club embraces the worldwide, the Europe, the big things, I think it needs to get, because that passion comes off in the fan base, in the stadium. Madrid fans made them win that game, Steve. Yeah. It wasn't Benzema. It wasn't Pep versus Carlo. Them fans knew what they're about. I don't think your fans know what you're about, what you want right now. And that confuses, I think, even Pep's understanding of what he's about to do.
Chris, listen, you can sugarcoat it all you want, but what you're trying to do is trying to attack our fan base, because that's what you do, innit? Because you're Liverpool, innit? The greatest fans in the world and all that bullshit. We don't give a fuck. If you wanted me to start going on your fan base, seriously, we would. But at the end of the day, Grizz, listen, people know. You can spin it all you want. If you don't like Manchester City's fan base, or you think we're a lesser fan base than you, come out and say that. Don't dance around the fucking houses and say, oh, this happened because of this and this happened because of that. It didn't. At the end of the day, Manchester City fans over the past few years, the mentality issue was there. But at the beginning of this season, I said, I can't speak for all of them. I can only speak for me. I turned around and said, we need to win the Champions League. Enough's enough. Let's win the Champions League. And at the end of the day, we didn't win it. We didn't get there. We bottled it. What more do you want me to say? Do you think we're never going to get to any more finals? Do you think we're never going to get to any more semi-finals? We can say there's a mentality issue about Liverpool because you've won one league title in 30 years. So how can you call yourself a massive, massive fan base? Did you not get your team over the line in the last 30 years? You sing You Never Walk Alone every game before the game and at the end of the game, and you won one league title in 30 years. So why didn't you get your team there? Why didn't the mentality of Liverpool get you to the league title?
Can I say Camavinga deserves some credit, by the way? Just before we move on, Camavinga.
I didn't want to move on because I didn't really want to move on.
You've got the best fans in the world, innit? Best fans in the world.
Of course, and we proved it with a comeback. But we'll get into it if we want to with the Liverpool side of things. I never had a go at your fan base. I asked
you did.
question.
No, you did. No, you did. You were second in the pit, and you did. And you jumped around it, but you haven't got the balls to just come out and have a go at the fan base normal. Because if I think your fans are shit, I'll say your fans are shit.
I know. You will. You know, you're well done. You would say that, but I'm not taking a dig at your fan base because why would I have a dig at your fan base? I'm not like that low. I don't do that shit. I asked you a question. What do you as a fan base want? So I don't know. You can rewind the tape.
I can't answer for my fans. I can only answer for myself.
Okay, yeah, but you're the rep on City today, so give us your opinion.
I said they need to change the mindset. Beginning of the season,
that's all you had to say. That's all you had to say. Instead of you diverting. I sat quietly.
Yeah, and
I sat quietly and listened to you attack me.
Our fans were fantastic.
I didn't attack your fan base. I never would attack fan bases unless they needed attacking. Your fan base didn't. I didn't. I asked you a question. What's the confusion? Either you want to be big or you don't care and you're happy with what you've got. That's all I asked.
It's not about being big.
Then you said, even if we win it, then you said, even if we win it, you're going to see some money.
Okay, then if we don't win the Champions League, we're not big. Okay, is it? We're going to get there. But if we win the Champions League, you'll say you only won it because of money.
Well, I just said I wouldn't. I just said I wouldn't. I would be very happy.
But listen, we don't care. At the end of the day, we don't care.
So now you say you don't care. It doesn't look like you don't care. It doesn't look like you don't care.
This is my problem.
No, but hold on, Matisse. It can't. What do you mean you don't care? You do care.
No,
you
absolutely don't care.
Every week, listen. Every week you sit. No. Let me finish. No. I'm not going to sit on houses and fences now. Every week you talk about every other fan base, which means you do care. Stop talking about every other fan base. If you don't care, you talk about Chelsea, Gremlins, Spurs. You don't talk to me. And Man United. All right, they deserve it. But don't talk about other fan bases and if you don't care. Even say, I do care. Yeah, we fucked up. We need to get this mentality of winning at the big boy table.
I just said that. Exactly what you just said then. I just said.
Yeah, but his point is that you do care about other fan bases because you mentioned other fan bases. And at the end of the day, Manchester City's fan base have been talking about this Champions League. They need to win it. They want to win it. We expect to win it. We're the big dogs. And then you don't win it. You can't say, oh, we don't care. That doesn't make any sense.
No, that didn't happen. See, you're talking absolute nonsense. I just told you that. For years, this fan base didn't give a fuck about this competition. I said as a club, we need to change that. This season, after losing the final last season, the mentality has to change. So it's changed. We've got to a semi-final and we've lost. Right? We've got to a semi-final and we've lost. There's nothing I can do about it. I can't rep. I went out there. I went to every game. Yeah? And our fan base in the Bernabeu the other night were fantastic. What is Real Madrid from about the 70th minute to the 89th minute didn't do nothing until they scored that goal. Then the fan base rocked up and took them over the line and we were flat. I admit that. But at the end of the day, I'm not blaming Real Madrid fans, our fans. The players let us down. You do not have a 2-goal lead in the 89th minute and get beat. The players let us down. End of story.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
Fucking hell.
Wow.
Nah, man. Count me out. I'm done.
What shirt?
Is that Stone Cold? Is that Stone Cold?
What shirt is that? What shirt is that?
My man, you better not get me copyrighted in that, my bro.
Listen. I've been listening to everything people are saying in here, everything they're saying, but nobody is talking enough. And what Grizz said is absolutely right. And I don't care what Steve has to say. City fans are desperate to be respected by the other big clubs. City fans are desperate to be called a big club. This show is called the Big Six. You're lucky this show's not. This show's called the Big Six for the big clubs. And of everyone in this seat, City are still the smallest club. They're still the smallest club. Premier League or not, they are still the smallest club. Spurs have a European trophy. Chelsea have a European trophy.
Man City have a European trophy.
Man United
have a European trophy. Man City have a European trophy. Hold on a minute. I've just proved you wrong again.
No, Steve, let me land. You lot are desperate to be respected as a big club. That's why you go up on the channels and tell us about Grimsby away in 1990 when you were getting down upon but when you were young and you were getting bullied by the Man United fans. This is what you guys want. You guys want the respect from the other clubs, from the respect from the world. And Real Madrid showed you guys that you're still a small club. At halftime, Benzema was like, we're going to do this. He's like, we're going to do this. It doesn't matter. He was confident. If you see the picture, there's a screenshot of Casemiro and Benzema laughing at halftime while still being down, because they know eventually heritage is going to kick in. Heritage is going to kick in and you guys are going to bottle. And that's what you guys do every single time. And now next week, you guys are going to go and get someone and you're going to try buy Haaland and you're going to try buy Frankie Pogba. You're going to try buy Pogba. Whoever you want to sign, you're just throwing the money at it. What happened to this unbelievable academy that you guys have? One of the best. Promote some players. Promote some people.
No
matter what, Steve. No matter what.
On the truck.
No matter what, Steve, you guys will not be respected like how you want them to. So you can win the Premier League in next week or whenever it is. You're not going to get the respect that Liverpool have. You're not going to get the respect that Man United had. It makes Man City fans sick that no matter how good City are, Man United are still in the headlines. No matter how good, you've got to scroll down 4 or 5 pages before you get onto City talk, because no one cares. And again, you guys had the opportunity to show the world we are here. Why should all these players want to join us? And what happened? You bottled it. Pep Guardiola, he bottled it. And how many times has Pep said, fans, make some more noise. We need more noise. I need Etihad full. Because he's thinking, I've been at Barcelona. I've been at Bayern Munich, real big clubs. And he's looking at Man City like, this is a small club. And in the stadium, you guys folded. Just like your best player, Kevin De Bruyne.
Was you in the stadium? Was you in the stadium?
I can hear it. You were there, holding licks. You were there, holding licks.
I was there, bro. Yeah.
The flight was delayed. I know it was tough. You must have had your head on Pluto. I understand it. I understand it.
Getting behind my team.
Listen, but you guys, no matter what, Pep knows you're a small club. He's called it many, many, many times. And that's why Pep can easily just say, I wasn't brought in here. I wasn't brought in here to win a Champions League. Do you know why? Because you guys can never put pressure on him. Because he's bigger than the club. You can never, ever put pressure on him. Put more Champions Leagues than the club. Man. He knows this. So that's why he walks up in here and says, I wasn't here for the Champions League. I don't care. He knows it. And that is the facts of the matter. I'm sorry. So if Klopp, you are talking to Saeed about if Liverpool win the quadruple, you better hope Liverpool don't win the Champions League again. In the net spend, the money that Liverpool have spent compared to the 1 billion that you have spent in 5 years, the 1 billion that you have spent in 5 years.
What Man United spent? What Man United spent?
Not in 5 years. In 5 years.
You're coming out with absolute bollocks, mate. You come on here and said there's no European trophy. You got that wrong. You come on here now and just said about spending. You got that wrong.
Steve, there's no club.
Listen, you can waffle all you want, but listen, you're making yourself look an idiot, innit?
There's no club. Steve,
you're making yourself look an idiot, mate.
There's no manager that has the luxury to spend over 1 billion in 5 years and not deliver a European trophy. Facts of the matter. So you're talking about Klopp. You're talking about if Liverpool do it, you better not let Liverpool go and win this Champions League. You really better not, because again, that will be Klopp on far less money, winning 2 Champions League right when Pep is sitting there spending over 1 billion. It, man, not hearing it. I don't know if I cut out or not. I don't know what happened there. But listen, Steve, I'm sorry. You guys will forever be a small club. I'm sorry. That is the harsh reality.
So listen, what cameo? Listen, let's get a round of applause.
We gotta move on. I can't lie. We gotta move on.
Hold on a minute.
You know, it's all love, my guy, same way.
So you just let a guy come on there, yeah, and speak a load of nonsense and not let me reply to that.
Go on. Here he is, Steve.
Oh, here we go. What's the fact? What's the truth? What's the truth then?
No. Well, first of all, you said we haven't got a European trophy, so that's a lie.
Champions League.
No. European you said Cup. Tottenham's got a European trophy. Where's Tottenham Champions League?
Tottenham are the first team to win a European Cup in England.
Yeah, European Cup Winners' Cup, same as Man City. Yeah, we won it the year after them, I think. So you're lying again. Yeah. Then you said, hold on, let me speak. Then you said that Manchester City are irrelevant because we're 4 pages down in the paper. 100%. First of all, I don't read newspapers, mate, because I'm at the game and I go football in it.
Anything online.
Right?
Anything
and listen,
online.
No, let me speak. I'll let you speak. I never spoke, yeah? And then secondly, you come on here and everybody knows that you're just a troll in it because nobody knows who you support. Yeah, because listen,
want to attack
when,
the messenger.
no. When
I'm
Manchester
just the
United are
messenger.
winning, when Manchester United are winning, you're very close to Manchester United and you like to talk a good game. When Manchester United are losing, you distance yourself away from it and you don't like it. Them kind of fans like you are very confusing because we don't know who you support. So who do you support? Are you going to put
shoot
who you
the
support?
messenger.
No, I'm just asking you a question.
Shoot the messenger. That's all
Anyone
I'm saying.
that doesn't
You haven't
support a
answered any of
football
my
team,
questions.
Listen, it's my turn to speak. You spoke. Anyone that doesn't support a football team, yeah, it's very easy to float around the football universe, criticizing everyone you want and throwing fake facts that you obviously haven't done your research at, and try and make it out like you're some sort of hero. But who do you support? No, listen, nobody's ever seen you at a football game, ever. Nobody's ever seen you at any stadium, ever. No one's ever seen you in your colours to the mast, ever. No, it does, because then you're coming for my club and my fan base saying we're irrelevant when you don't even have a club and you don't have a fan base because you don't belong to no one. You're just really sat in your bedroom.
Whatever you say, it's still for the validation of others. You see, Man United, you see Liverpool, you see, we're secure within ourselves, regardless.
No, who are you then? Who are you? Who's yourself?
No. Wait, you guys are not confident in yourself.
Answer the question.
It's the fact.
You wear multiple different shirts on different streams.
Go and do your research. People know.
It's very confusing, bro.
But you are still looking for the validation of others, and that is the difference.
No,
you're still looking for the validation. City fans, for a fan base that has won the Premier League.
About that shit, mate.
Steve, sorry. For the fan base that has won the Premier League so much, you guys do not seem like it has fulfilled you. It hasn't given you the glory. Yeah? It hasn't given you the feeling that you wanted.
We need to keep it moving, man. We need to keep it moving.
Listen, boys, I love you guys.
Yo, big up Cams, man.
Wait, bro.
This is demolition, man. Yeah, let's move on, man. 1 hour.
Move on. Listen, people, 7.2k in the building.
You
hit the like button if you haven't already. Let me see how many likes we're on. We're on 2.4 thousand likes. Let's get it up to 4,000 likes. That's just over half of the people in here. Go down, hit the like button, scroll down a bit further in the description. Steve's channel, Saeed's channel, Matisse's channel.
No plastic glory hunter, yeah, from London who claims to support Man United could come on here and talk about fan bases.
We're global club, man. We're global club, man.
No, it's not, mate. At the end of the day, at the end of the day, that can't happen. So he can talk nonsense. Everyone knows he's a troll in it. Fuck me. You know, I ain't got the energy for them guys. If you
what's your opinion, Turkish? What's your opinion?
We got to move on. We got to move on. Nah, Saeed. We've spoken about this enough.
That's disrespectful, man.
Imagine coming on the stream and dropping fake facts and then getting off.
I just hope the Real Madrid fans didn't over-celebrate. That's all I hope.
They did.
I know Steve doesn't like that.
No, because he left at 85 minutes. So, you know, when you said they got him over the line, have you seen the video of them all outside crying to get back in because they didn't have the confidence in the team? So that's a lot of bullshit. I told you. They all got off.
Yeah, I've seen that video. But let me continue, people. Go support everyone. Steve, Saeed, Matisse, TOBS, Grizz, all channels in the description below. About 10-15 minutes ago, I had a decision to make. Do I go through the super chats or do I bring in cams? A lot of people were messaging me before this to bring in cams. Steve wanted cams on as well. A lot of us wanted cams on. So I brought in cams. I've got about 60 plus super chats here. I'm not going to be able to get through them at this moment in time. I'm going to save some of them for the end. I might miss out on a few of them. It's all love, people. But obviously, we are touching an hour. And we've still got all the predictions to do. And we might as well start where we left off with Man City. Newcastle next, Steve. What are you saying?
Listen, it depends how they react, doesn't it? It can go one or two ways. They're going to either be hurt, feel sorry for themselves, and fucking stink the joint out, or they're going to dust themselves off, bounce back, and win. People need to realise that there's 4 games to go to the end of the league. If we win it, all 4 games, we've won the league. Is that a bad season? Is it a bad season winning the Premier League? No. But at the end of the day, like I said before, it is what it is. This validation about fans and all that. Listen, you guys don't get it. The Manchester City fans get it. We don't claim that. I don't want you. I said it to Don Robbie on Lad Bible.
We're moving on now, aren't we?
No, I'm talking. Listen, I'm talking in it. Respect it, in it. I'm talking.
I've respected, man. But you respect other teams, in it. We need to. No, it's a chicken wing. Actually, it's a chicken wing.
No, you said a bottle of milk, mate. You said a bottle of milk.
We need to move on, man. Show respect to other teams.
All right,
I've got to talk on my team. I've got to talk on my team, man.
It's predictions anyway. We are Steve. We're all new for predictions. Go on, Steve.
Prediction.
2-0 City.
2-0 City. Saeed?
Yeah, man, it's good to be back on these predictions, you know what I mean? Doing it live, man.
You've been cheating, you fucker.
No, man, I think someone's been checking my, you know what I mean? But yeah, but listen, what do you want me to say? 3-0, 3-0 City.
3-0.
Yeah.
3-0. Grizz?
2-0 City.
2-0. TOBS?
2-0. End of story.
2-0. Matisse?
I'm gonna go City. I'm gonna go 3-0. You know, they're under a lot of pressure now, but I expect them to respond.
3-0. I'm going 3-1. I think that's the right thing to do. Let me change it up. Cool. 3-1. That's all the Man City predictions in. Liverpool, Grizz. You lot did make it to the final. A little scare in the first half. A scare that I think everyone looked at and said Liverpool will still get through. But, you know, credit to Emery for that first half. And I think when you look at him going defensive after the second goal, that was completely the wrong thing to do. But you got through, Grizz. 3-2. Was it 3-2 in the end? It wasn't it?
We won on the night, 3-2 as well, which was important. Which is important. Again, I'm going to mention that word, which is important for the mentality. Not to just win the tie, but to come back in 45 minutes against a fucking hell, man. They were ferocious in that 45 minutes. I ain't seen us play like that. I can't remember the last time we played that shit. We were to a man. Every single man was shit. From Alisson up to who was the striker? Mane. We were dog shit. They pressed us like mad. But the one thing that I kept talking to myself, like, you know, you talk to yourself, as a fan, you try to keep yourself going and believe, right? I kept saying to myself, they can't maintain this. They cannot maintain this pace. They're going to drop off because this is sick. And so it happened in that second half. You know what I mean? Jurgen Klopp got them in at halftime, and whatever he said to them, shouted at them or calmed them down or whatever he done had the desired effect. And yeah, man, it's a huge, huge moment again to reach another final. Again, it's a big boy final, man. So I can't sit here and say, yeah, we've won the Champions League because it's fucking Real Madrid who've won it 13 times.
Yeah,
we ain't up against no part-timers in the Champions League. But I'm confident in my team. That's what I was telling Tobi earlier when we were doing the stream. That doesn't mean I'm not supporting my team. That doesn't mean I believe in my team. I think my team will win. But I'm going to respect their heritage and this aura, this mysticism they've got over the Champions League trophy. But we ain't no little dogs. We also big dogs. So we're going to go there, and it's going to be a momentous occasion. It's going to be a sea of red and white. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, can you get a sea of red and white? But you know what I'm saying. Like, it's the proverbial sea in red and white. And it's going to be a fantastic... I'm not going to lie. I booked my hotel when we drew Villareal. Now, some may call me cocky and arrogant. I call myself economically efficient. So I booked my hotel when we drew Villareal, and I paid about 125 quid for it. Yesterday, people were offering me £700 for it, but am I taking it? Nah. I'm off to Paris. Bonjour, Paris.
Yeah? Come on.
Bonjour, Paris. Bonjour, Paris. As Mane says, Paris, we are coming.
We need to talk about the keeper. How much did you pay the keeper?
Their keeper?
Yeah, their keeper. Come on, man. Light little 50 grand, 100 grand.
He had a bad game in it. So, but that's not our fault. We made him have a bad game. That's what good teams do.
No. He wasn't making him a bad game. Come on, man.
He did that shit all on his own. He did that shit all on his own. That was a Karius-esque performance from him.
No problem.
Like, it was horrendous.
No problem. No problem. But what I will say is, look, out of the 190 minutes played over the two legs, they rattled us for 45. It's all well and good. In Champions League games, other teams have been rattled for less and gone through, or gone out, I should say. So we were rattled for 45 minutes and still made it. It's not a problem. I always expected us to come through that tie, but yeah, they made it a bit of a scary one for me still.
And obviously you got Tottenham next, TOBS. Confident about that one to take something out of it?
No.
That's
the answer. No, but me and Grizz, we spoke about this. It's a do or die situation for us right now.
This guy's gone a month and he still ain't sorted his internet out.
Yeah, I was saying it's a do or die situation for us now, and I don't mean that specifically towards this game. I mean that specifically towards this period of the season. I firmly believe that Spurs could lose on Saturday and can still get top 4, because I think for me, I won't give up until the outcome of that North London derby is confirmed. And if the outcome of that North London derby isn't anything but a Spurs win, then forget about it. It's done. But Liverpool away is it's probably the worst ground you want to go to, where you actually have to get a result. Like I called my preview, can we get something from Mission Impossible? Because this is literally Mission Impossible. Like they've only dropped 2 points this calendar year, and that's to the current champions and the number 1 team in the league. So going to their ground under the lights is intimidating, I must say. But listen, we have something to play for. We actually have something to play for. That's not been the case the last 2 seasons we've played at Anfield. So we have to go there and give it our all, man. And who knows what can happen.
I mean, do you want to give your prediction as well?
Yeah, I'm giving my prediction.
We haven't started predictions. Sorry.
Oh, okay, cool. Do you want me to give my prediction or
Grizz?
Go on, Togs.
I'm gonna go for it. Wait,
hold on. No. Don't go anywhere. Listen,
you're too sharp today. Don't
fall for this shit. The home team goes first. Don't fall for this shit.
Last week we didn't, but I'm just pointing out there.
Last week we did. That was your problem.
You're clever.
No, we didn't.
The home team.
Rewind selector. We didn't. That's why I brought up, and you said no. But but I get it. It's me.
No, you brought it up, and we said we start with the home team. No.
Okay, I'm gonna.
He's just said it anyway. He's just said his prediction anyway. To be fair,
I'm gonna go for 3-1 Liverpool.
3-1 Liverpool. TOBS.
Yeah, I said it. 2-2 Desmond.
2-2 Matisse.
I'm gonna go 3-1 Liverpool.
People like the 3-1s now. Yeah, you see me at the top of the league, and everyone wants to come from the bandwagon. Right, cool. I'm going 3-1. Fuck it. Yeah.
Oh my days.
You ain't catching up to me. Steve.
I'll go 2-1 Liverpool.
2-1 Liverpool. Saeed.
I'm gonna go. You know what? I'm gonna take a risk, man. I'm gonna go 2-1 Tottenham.
Rotted. That man really wants the chili.
I love it, bro.
Listen, man. I'm gonna take a risk, mate.
Okay.
I love
You
it.
need to lay off the spice, man.
Listen.
I love it, Saeed.
Got the taste for it.
You know, like me having some spice. There,
the internet's failing the joke.
I mean,
See, that's not good.
Hey, don't forget that you're taking me for Zenda next week, innit?
Well, listen, mate.
The ginger wigs here.
Let the season finish, man. Pogba's on his way back, man. Don't worry.
Did you want to say something on the Liverpool Tottenham game? Because
yeah, I mean, listen, I think Liverpool. I think they're in a position now where they're hunting City down, and City got a lot of pressure on them to wrap this up. If City and we all, I think we all gave our predictions. You know, City are 1 point ahead. They didn't lose against Liverpool, so they have the advantage. But if City dare bottle this one, like, you know, come on now, that would be mad. And Liverpool capitalized, and I think Liverpool will go and win all their games. And it would be mad if after all this, City did end trophyless. We know prospective City, you know, they're still fine, but it would just be funny. I ain't gonna lie, it'd be funny. So they're under pressure, but I think Liverpool, yeah, I think they're in the mood, man. I ain't seen a team like this in a while in terms of just they look pissed, and that Real Madrid game is even better than City for them because they got the whole last time they were in the final thing. Salah's obviously talking the big game, so yeah, it's gonna be mad.
Tobi, what's your last 4 games? It's Liverpool away next. It's Arsenal at home after that.
Then Burnley at home and Norwich away.
And ours is Leeds at home. Then we got Tottenham away. Then we got Newcastle away, and we end with Everton at home. Matisse, who do you think's making top 4?
Fucking hell. I mean, that's tough, man. To be fair, I didn't see Arsenal winning all 3 of their games, man, against Chelsea, Man United, and West Ham. If it was,
no one did. Let's be honest.
No one saw that. I don't know, man. I'm gonna say Arsenal at the moment. It depends what Tottenham do against Liverpool, but I think right now you have to say Arsenal, man, because Tottenham I've just predicted they lose to Liverpool. So how can I go and say that they're gonna make it then?
Steve, I think you've already said Arsenal top 4.
I said Arsenal, yeah. I've not changed my mind.
Yeah, but
Matisse, new contract just came for Arteta as well. So
Matisse, what happens if we lose to Liverpool on the weekend and Arsenal beat Leeds? I think that's the bookies' odds to what happened. That's what's probably going to happen.
Yeah.
But
you play
if we then beat Arsenal at our ground, the gap is 2 points with 2 games to go.
Yeah, but
then they go away to Newcastle, and then we play at home to Burnley, and then we go away to Norwich. They play at home to Everton.
Yeah,
2 point gap with 2 games left.
But it's not in your hands. Is the point? You know, I think a few weeks ago when you spoke about this, I think you'd rather it be in your hands after.
Of course, you'd rather
that would be the plan. So
of course.
Listen, yeah, new contracts, new vibe. Do you know what I'm saying? This is it now, locked and loaded. Let's see what you got. Let's see what you got, guys.
Pressure game.
New contract, new vibe.
We spoke about it last show, didn't we? We said, is he going to get a new contract? I said, everything we speak about on this show happens, fam. I'm telling you.
I can't lie. It is what it is, man. I understand it. You know, I get people. I get some people are upset with it. I understand why, but I also understand why they've given it to him, because it's for them. That's their guy. They've supported him so far. So, what I'm surprised about is the offer coming after those 3 losses, because we nearly threw the good work away. That probably shows that our target was Europa League, which probably shows that they are still part of the problem, being the people above Arteta, because your target can't just be Europa League. It should be Champions League, and if you fall into Europa League after finishing 8th twice, you should still be upset with that. But I guess, you know, you can understand it more than making your target Europa League. That's what I don't really understand. But it is what it is. He's got another 2 years. Managerial contracts don't mean anything. A man could be 4 or 5 year contract. If you want to sack him, you sack him. If another club wants to come in and get him, they'll pay the fee to get him. You know, contracts don't really mean nothing for managers. It barely means anything for players anymore. So for managers, it's very different. Saeed, who's making top 4?
I think, you know what? I'm going to put it to Tottenham now, man, because I feel like for me, when Arsenal have this pressure, I feel like they fumble. And I think Conte's experience will get them over the line. That's why, for me, I can see him getting a result at Anfield. I know it sounds crazy, but he's got it at Tottenham. He's already got at Man City. I'm going for Tottenham, man. Conte's experience. People are misjudging that. Harry Kane, Son, they got the better players up front as well. I'm going for Tottenham.
Grizz?
Come on.
Come on now.
Yeah, I know, man. Might as well skip on now.
Man just digs into his wings. He don't even need to respond.
He said, come on, and picked up a wing. All right, cool. Arsenal Leeds next. Listen, Leeds are in a relegation battle. Steve, am I wrong in saying that the 4-0 scoreline not necessarily flattered you guys last week, but Leeds did put up a bit of a fight before you got the goals flowing?
Yeah, to be honest, the defiant, aren't they? The fans are always behind them. They were all right. They had a goal. You know what I mean? There's a lot of teams at the minute we're playing who were just sitting back and scared of City rolling them. But they had a goal. Listen, they got beat 4-0. It shouldn't have been a 4-0 game. They had a goal. Leeds are going to... Listen, they're just fighting. The new manager's brought a little bit of... I think he's galvanised them a little bit. You know what I mean? He plays up to the crowd. You know what I mean? He's the American Klopp. He's walking around, throwing his arms in the air and that. And they're lapping it up, man. So.
That's actually true, you know. It's actually true.
Mate, I couldn't believe it. They got beat 4-0. The Leeds fans were brilliant. And I turned round and he's on the pitch in front of the stand. And I'm thinking, mate, is this in the MLS, mate? You're going to get bricked. You better get off. And he was lapping it up, though. And I thought, you know what, fair play. If the Leeds fans are obviously enjoying it and that, so no. But Leeds, yeah, I think they're gonna go down with a fight. So they might do something. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm still going for a win. I'm gonna go for a 3-1. No.
Yeah?
Wait.
Come on, what do you mean? No.
Because we haven't had a clean sheet. We haven't had a clean sheet in a couple games.
Tomiyasu's back though, isn't it?
Tomiyasu's back. I don't know if Ben White's back, to be honest. Let me go 2-0 then. Let me go 2-0. Little 2-0 there. Steve.
I'm going to go 3-1 Arsenal.
I hear you. Saeed.
I'm going to go 2-1 Arsenal.
2-1. Tight game. Grizz.
It's a lot. It's a lot. I'm going to call on 2-0.
Say no more. TOBS.
I'm going to go 3-1.
My guy. Matisse.
1-1. Leeds are fighting relegation.
Nah, say no more, bro.
This is big.
Say no
big
more,
game.
bro. You know, last few games of the season, last few game weeks, it's tight. It's tight down there. I can't lie. From 2nd to 6th, there's 2 points between it. And listen, a correct score or two can bring. Look at what happened to me a couple game weeks ago. I was near the bottom.
Why is this guy talking like he's the guru? Bro, you've been fucked for 2 weeks, and all of a sudden you're the guru. You've got the tips and there's a red tear.
Oh, he's studied on you now.
And
you're bottom and you're talking. Nah, you better be quiet, bro.
I'm sorry, I'm tired of this guy talking like he's the guru. You ain't no guru, brother.
Wait, is that the new table?
What did you predict for that game? Was it 3-1? Yeah.
He just did a
okay. I ain't no guru. Yeah.
So wait, are you actually?
Man said you're bottom. Man said you're bottom. It's Tobi. Tobi, you're bottom, bro.
Say no more, little bro. Say no more, little bro.
Tobi, you're at opposite ends of the table, bro.
Because it's so close. Look, because it's so close, and it's only a suggestion. So don't bite my head off, right? Because all you man's got this habit of biting.
Oh my god, here we go with the corruption.
No, I'm just suggesting for all of us. For all of us. Because it's so tight, and because there's a bit of controversy about tactical scoring, can we possibly go back to the old method of putting it in the chat, give us scores, and nobody knows what the other person's score is? Because it's so tight. I'm just thinking what everyone else is thinking. And I'm the only one with the balls to say it.
You're the reason
trying to play games all night. You trying to go second.
I'm asking a question.
You're the reason.
Say no.
You're the reason we changed it in the first place. Then you're the reason we changed it back to the original way.
Exactly, true.
And look how exciting I've made it, fuckers.
I don't know about that, but
look how close it is because of that. I'm just saying, I'm putting it out there. It's up to you lot. We can chat about it after the show.
But you know what? The people preferred it the way it was. You know what I'll do? After this on Twitter, some point this weekend, I'll put it on Twitter. You let us know the last 2 game weeks, how you want us to do it.
I would just leave it, man. Because at the end of the day, you might as well start it next season.
Yeah, I'll probably leave it too.
Who told you to come back?
Who told you to come back?
And last couple of fixtures left. Let's go Chelsea Wolves. Neither club, Chelsea Wolves.
This is gonna be a dead game, man.
Listen, this is gonna be a dead game. All right, let me tell you that now. It's 3 p.m. kickoff. Don't watch the highlights on Match Today. Last on the pecking order.
I'm telling you.
I'm thankful for this moment to say that I won't be watching it live because obviously it's 3 p.m. I'll be on Saturday football show, so I have to just catch the highlights or something maybe. So God has blessed me for this. I really appreciate that. Listen, we have to win, man. Wolves are on 3 straight defeats. They're not really playing for anything. We're just trying to get to the end of the season. So I do think we'll win. We have finally had a week with no football. So hopefully everybody's rested and recuperated. I don't want to see no excuses because there ain't no game midweek. Thanks to Real Madrid, top club. So do you know what I'm saying? We got to win. So I'm gonna go 1-0 Chelsea, man. 1-0 Chelsea.
1-0 Chelsea. Where's Matisse?
After all that chest, just 1-0 Chelsea.
Bro, there's no chest. Are you crazy? I'm waiting for the season to be over. I'm done.
You just said you rested.
They got big problems over there, man. Chelsea.
I'm done, bro.
They got huge problems.
Huge problems, mate.
Shine the light on it. Huge problems. Just as big as Man United.
Wolves are on holiday already, man. So this is an easy win.
I watched the show, Matisse. Don't go anywhere.
Come on.
You said 1-0, Matisse, yeah?
Yeah, 1-0, yeah.
1-0. I'm going 2-0. I'm going 2-0. Steve?
Yeah, same. 2-0.
2-0. Saeed?
Yeah, I was gonna go with that as well. 2-0.
2-0. Grizz.
Matisse, are you lot playing in midweek?
We have Leeds away.
And then the cup final next Saturday, yeah?
Indeed.
So you got Leeds away in the midweek.
Yo, Steve, man.
I think you're gonna go fairly strong tomorrow, and then week on midweek. I think you're gonna go. I'm going 3-0 Chelsea.
Raw. 3 goals.
Expressions messaged me, Steve. He said, "Are you all right?" He's just messaged me now.
I'm cool, man. I'm cool.
Literally, I'm not even lying to you. I can show you right now. He just messaged me. He said, "Steve, are you all right?" He looks.
Just tell him. I'm all right. I'm top of the league, innit?
All right, say no more.
Wolves are on holiday, man. It's just a case of will they score or not? I'm gonna go Chelsea clean 2-0.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to block some dickheads in the chat, man.
2-0.
Sorry, carry on.
Yeah. Everyone.
Are you watching the chat?
Yeah.
Everyone.
No, I just see some vile comments, man, about dead and all that business, man. People need to come on doing the job properly.
Yeah.
Say no more.
Mods, come on. We shouldn't have to do it over here. We're live, trying to give entertainment. You lot make sure you clamp down on that, but obviously we can all do it as well. But we need to focus. Saeed, United are last on the list because over the month you've had off, you pretty much fucked it all, so you ain't got nothing to play for.
Yeah, man. Listen. You better watch your mouth, because if you don't get this top for me, I'm coming for you, You better chill, the energy I'm giving to Steve, I'm going to come for you.
He's coming out with chest, ain't he?
I'm telling you, man. You know what I mean? Speaking more than ever, man. You know what I mean?
But I don't think Turkish can win.
Anyway,
I don't think Turkish can win, because if they get top 4, I'm coming for him.
Oh.
And if you don't get top 4, these mans are coming for him.
Don't worry, man.
Don't go anywhere.
Don't go anywhere.
But yeah, man, like I said, man, our season's dead. You know what I mean? Nothing to play for. You know what I mean? We're just maybe get into the Europa League, scrape into the Europa League. But yeah, I'm gonna
heritage, man. That's heritage. Heritage.
Go on, Steve. Go on, Steve.
Steve's back, man. Steve's back.
Europa League heritage, man. Europa League heritage, man.
That's what we want, man. I knew I had to get Steve smiling again, man. That's what we want to see, man. Big up Steve, Yeah, man. Big up to Boogeyman, man. You get me? I miss you. All right, yeah. This guy, man. This guy don't let me go, This Boogeyman.
It's all right.
No, bro, I didn't see the last bit.
He's like, big up Boogie, and then he's like,
big up.
So he was like, not gonna lie, you had me in the first half.
Yeah, man. But yeah, I'm gonna give you a quick prediction. I'm gonna go with 2-1 United, even though I think we're gonna get beat. But I'm just going for the score purposes only and for the league table only. 2-1.
Who are you playing?
United.
Brighton away.
Nah, you ain't beating Brighton away. Yeah. Brighton away.
Ronaldo might get them over the line in that sort of a game, though.
Yeah.
I didn't check on Brighton's situation, man, injuries wise and whatnot. But I'm gonna go for 1-1.
1-1 sounds about right. TOBS.
It's at Brighton's ground, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go for 2-2.
Why are you just making up bare scores in your head like this week?
I'm not making up anything. I don't think Brighton have the bottle to beat Man United, but I can see United struggling.
You got Brighton scoring 2 goals when they rarely score. Like you got I hear what you're saying. Yeah, United. United tax.
Yeah,
exactly.
Not next season.
Arsenal and Spurs.
Exactly.
Yeah, United tax. Yeah. So.
Go on, Matisse.
Brighton. Bloody hell. I'm gonna go 2-1 to Man United.
2-1 United. They're finished.
Listen, you need to chill, man.
I'm thinking out loud, bro.
Listen, think of your mind, mate. Think of your mind, man. You know what I mean? Mute your mind.
I've never seen Turkish study like this, Study.
Listen,
like,
man, it's mad.
He's flexing. He's a nerd. He's a fucking nerd.
He's a nerd. Matisse,
yo, copyright. What's going on? I want to be the nerd. Don't fucking give it.
Let me go 1-1.
Oh my God!
Whoa. Okay. Risk taker.
I'm going 2-1 Brighton.
I knew Steve's gonna go 2-1 Brighton.
You know what? Fucking hell, this table.
Cool.
Brighton's home record is so dead, man. Oh,
apparently, the problem, Man United, the big problem with them, what we've all been, we didn't realise it that apparently, if they'd have played Matto as number 10 for the last season, they'd have won the league.
Yeah.
Who said
That's
that?
the latest one. That's the latest one.
So your fucking fan base said that. Absolutely deluded.
The best midfielder in the world for a long time has been.
Someone went, if we all knew that Matto had this in the locker, I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, better than. Yeah, but anyway, go on.
Better than who?
Better than what? Go finish it.
Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere.
Finish it then.
If Pogba,
Listen,
if Pogba ever ends up at Man City and does the business, I can't wait for this show next season. It will be fucking hilarious. Oh,
but he has to celebrate it. Steve, you got to celebrate Pogba, you know. Don't be hating on him.
It's just a random report. It's just come out.
No, it's not random. It's
Daily Mail.
A Manchester journalist has just put that Sam Lee has just put that Pogba's buying another house in Manchester, so he's either signing.
I'm telling you, with that blue hair, Steve. Woo!
Do you know what? The best version of Pogba was when he had blue hair, when he turned up at the Etihad and stopped City in the league by a week.
Maybe he likes it.
And got beat up from
it. This time, though.
Are you going to
say that will kill Saeed? That will actually hurt Saeed.
I wouldn't. It actually wouldn't, you know.
Yeah, it would. Yes, it would.
No, honestly, it wouldn't.
I so hope he goes to City.
I pray. I want it. I want the drama.
I can't see it.
It wouldn't hurt me.
If he goes to City,
again, look what he's doing now. Look what he's doing now. I can't see it. When he did it with Ronaldo, didn't he? I can't see it. And then after that, he says, "Oh, we might be getting him. Oh, we didn't want him. Oh, we didn't want him." That's what you're gonna say, man.
Would you take Pogba, Steve?
For the free?
Do you know what? Me personally, I mean, the Man United version of Pogba that we've seen over the last 6 years, for me, I don't see where he gets in the team. Don't see where he plays him. Don't see it. But if Pep thinks he can get a tune out of him, then I don't know. It'd be weird. It'd be one of the mate. Be one of the weird.
Would you back him? Would you back him, Steve? Would you back him?
Of course, I back him. I back anyone. I back anyone that plays for the team.
I think he'd kill it at Man City. I think he'd kill it at Man City, and I think he'd be one. He'd be a starter.
No, he wouldn't. No, he wouldn't.
He would cook. Grizz, he would cook, bro.
No, he wouldn't. No, he wouldn't.
He'd cook.
Most overrated player in the world.
I'm not here for this. You know, I can't.
I don't think he's the most overrated. He's overrated, but he's not the most overrated.
No, he's not overrated. Who said he's overrated?
A little bit, but he's one of the most. I said. That's why I said, didn't it? Put him in a category. That category could be 50.
La Pog boom is going to shine. Watch.
La Pioche.
I love Pogba. By the way, I love Pogba. By the way, as a person.
No, you don't. You just said he's overrated.
As a person, I said as a person.
Oh, as a person. All right.
I love Pogba as a person. I love his character. I love his personality. I love he's brave enough to do what he's got to do on English shit. But he hasn't performed on the pitch. So for that, he's overrated.
Yeah.
Thiago overrated.
Don't do this.
Nah, he stepped up, my guy. Have you missed the last month or not?
He has missed the last month.
Go back and review the tapes, my guy. A lot of reviewing has been done in the past month. You get me? A lot of reviewing. But listen, there's a few super chats. I said we had 60 plus. I've whittled them down to about 20. I'm going to get these super chats in, people. Apologies if I've missed yours. It's been a mad show. And like I said, it's about us giving you guys.
Can I suggest something? Sorry. Can we save, because I actually, because big up to the guys for supporting. I do want us to read these. I want to read these at least if I do it on my own. Can we, a couple of us go on the Instagram story or something, react to the comments or just anything, do you know what I'm saying? To react to the, if we keep them saved or something, that would be good. I love to react to some of these super chats.
Oh, Turkish. Just before we end it, just a quick one for me.
Well, I'm doing super chats, but go on.
Yeah, you can do the super chat. Just a quick one for me. 3 weeks ago, you had someone come on and make a guest appearance.
Oh shit!
So what? Can I ask why that person isn't making an appearance today?
Well, you've seen the type of show we've had tonight, so
no. But I just wanted you to ask, what do you think is the reason why he's not decided to push to come on the show today? I missed the football yesterday.
Tobi.
This is the mentality.
Yeah, I missed the football. What happened yesterday?
Bro, I'm not a West Ham fan. I don't give a shit about them.
No, who's West Ham? I'm saying what happened yesterday.
No, why are you asking me?
This is Tottenham. This is what Tottenham are about.
This is Tottenham.
Well, if he's probably watching, rest in fucking piss, Dan Lawless and your Poxy Tim Pot Club. Back in your fucking box. I told you weren't winning that fucking Europa League this season. Hold that, man.
God.
Hold that.
Hold that.
Lawless in the mud.
He came here with his chest a couple weeks ago.
Big up to Rangers, man. Big up to Rangers, man.
Yeah, Rangers.
Serious, man. That's a
Big up
running
to
as well.
Gerrard.
Dortmund and that.
There's a mad run for them as well. A very difficult run to the final. Mad. Let's get these super chats in and we'll
Big
round
up
it up.
Giovanni Bramporcost, fuck Rangers.
Braxton says, to be fair,
All right, mate.
To be fair, Steve said it wasn't over. He wasn't coming with chess like TOBS is for the North London derby. More of that, more of that. LT Gaming says, Big Steve is about to give us a Shakespearean essay on his nights in League One. The cold nights in Stoke. Pep is a fraud. Wayne says, big up Steve and the rest of the panel. Good to see Saeed back. Much love, you man. Best show on YouTube. Love for that, my guy. Keep your head up, Steve. We go again. MCFC says M23. Steve Sosa. Man's been waiting for Steve's downfall. These statements before the masses are being delivered with extra sauce. It only happens once a year, people. Pablo, Matisse wearing Pep's turtleneck. By the way, the intro was fantastico. Big up Thuggery. Harry says, Steve is a very sore loser. Add up all your league cups, but it will not cover up the truth. You lost fair and square to Madrid, just like in Porto at the hands of Tuchel's Chelsea. European Cup isn't for you. Matt says, Matisse, what you just did to Steve will go down in history. The dopamine I got from that, I salute you, sir. His smile. Kay says, Man City will always be Chelsea's little brother. Domestic champion. Stay in your lane. Big up to you all from New York. City fans saying they can't win a Champions League with a 37-year-old as backup DM. Funny that, because apparently City would have beaten Chelsea if Pep played a year younger. Fernandinho. And big up Mo as well, always here supporting. I'll take 10 years more of Pep over any Champions League trophy every day of the week. Jim says, when Man United won treble, City fans nonetheless adore United losing a match in that era. It's Bants. Come on, Steve. Now it says others can't speak on them. Shameless. Regine. So whose fault was it that you guys barely had attackers on after Real came back? Wasn't... Oh, shit, well, I've lost the super chats there. Wasn't it Pep who made the sub, Steve? Let me just go back to where I was. Here we are. Hamid. It took Roman 8 years to win his first Champions League. Sheik, 14 years in, spent more than Chelsea. Still no Champions League. Never forget that.
Can we pause? Can you block this fake Saeed? What the hell? What is this?
A lot of people are doing fake things in the chat.
I can't even see it though. Oh, that one there. Yeah.
Block him.
Yeah, mad thing.
I think they're blocking them, but if you're watching it on StreamYard, some of them
be a bit slow.
They get blocked, but you'll still see it.
Yeah. Sorry. Okay, cool. Because that was mad. What the hell?
Tim says Steve can't handle the heat. It should never be allowed to cook anyone on this show. For someone that said he wouldn't be that bothered about winning the Champions League, it's uncomfortable conversations.
When did it say that?
Right. And again, Steve, the way you go about City's history of League One and all that shite, but you know that you have cheated the system and still can't win it all. Just know that certain clubs here have won it legit.
We didn't cheat the system on Wednesday night, did we? We didn't pay anyone off there.
And Reggie says, sustained dominance is what City want. That's what made United the biggest club in the world during the emergence of the modern TV era, not their Champions Leagues, which has a lot of truth to it as well. We Snooker says, Saeed speaking facts on stones. The Diaz partnership was the best in the world last season. Look how defensive Steve is getting over fan bases. You was calling out Arsenal for celebrating after games, yet you was amongst the 10 City fans in the Madrid square acting like you won it already. Bottle job, says Sub-Zeno. And Will says, at least our fans...
No, man, don't read this shit out, man.
And you're someone that's always on this show, Will. You're someone that's always on the show.
Stat man, crazy.
Come on, bro. Does football really rattle you to that point that you have to fucking put super chats like that?
Spend money for that.
Sort it out, man. Sort it out. For fuck's sake.
It's a shame we can't block. It's a shame we
embarrassing
can't block
for that.
IP addresses.
He's there every week. And because one day, one week, you lot lose one game that knocks you out the Champions League. You have all that success. One game, you get this upset about it. Fix up. It's fucking cool. Ryan says, I'm a United fan, but if the Scousers win the quad, I won't like it. In fact, it will really hurt me, but respect them for doing it. Couldn't respect City. And the last one here I have from Abdul Manim says, welcome back, Saeed. We missed you, brother. We definitely did, people. We definitely missed you. And as always, people, love for the love. There's still 6.2k here. Make sure you hit the like button on the way out. Make sure you subscribe to Steve, Saeed, Grizz, TOBS, Matisse, and Thuggery. All channel links in the description. If you haven't watched the top 6 centre mids of the Premier League era yet, go and watch that on the official Big Six channel. The top 6 wingers will be coming out soon as well over the next...
Bending like Beckham.
over the next 2 weeks, and it's a funny one. It's a funny one. That's where Bend It Like Beckham comes into play.
Bend It Like Beckham.
I ain't gonna get cooked.
I ain't gonna get cooked.
Steve loves that one, I know.
Yo, Steve, I'm already pissed, bro.
I can't believe that, mate. That'll go down in history as one of the greatest things I've ever seen.
Yeah,
heard. Forget seeing heard.
Yeah,
What am I listening to?
Heard it live. But listen, people, love for the love. 6,000, 7,000 at its peak. It's been a big one as usual. The support has been mad. Support the sponsor, 10% off. Link in the description below. Tracksuits, underwear, boxers, vests, socks, joggers, hoodies, all of that. Make sure you use that link to purchase so they know you're coming through us. And as always, people, we are back. When are we back? Monday night, people. We're back Monday night, usual time. Look out then. Put the notification bell on and you'll know. Love for the love. Peace. We are out.